Step-by-step trademark registration in Vietnam. This process includes 7 key steps that will help you successfully register your trademark and protect your intellectual property. Let's start by diving into the first step. Step 1. Search before application. The purpose of this step is to reduce the risk by up to 90% when filing a new trademark application. If you skip this search step, you may face a waiting period of 24 to 26 months without any progress, and you'll lose both your application fee and brand building efforts. Therefore, make sure to perform a search before filing to guarantee the best results for your trademark registration. Step 2. Application for priority date. The application can be filed through the National Office of Intellectual Property and NOIP, or you can submit it yourself. If you choose to submit it yourself, you can visit any of the 3 NOIP offices in Hanoi, Da Nang, and Ho Chi Minh City. If through a representative, please contact LHD Law Firm according to the information below. The purpose of this application is to obtain an application number and priority date, and to start the examination process for trademark registration. Step 3. Formality examination of application. An NOIP will examine the application within 2 months from the filing date. If the application meets all the required formalities, an NOIP will issue a decision to accept the valid application. In case the application is invalid, the NOIP shall issue a notice of its intention to refuse to accept the valid application, clearly stating the reasons and omissions that cause the application to be refused for acceptance and setting a time limit of 2 months for the applicant to comment or correct errors. If the applicant fails to correct errors, unsatisfactory corrections, no objections, unwarranted objections, the NOIP shall issue a decision to refuse to accept the application. Step 4. Publication of trade registration application. This publication lasts for 4 months from the date of the decision to accept the valid application. The purpose of this step is to notify other individuals and organizations about your application. If there is a lawsuit or objection to the application, contact an NOIP to carry out procedures to oppose the grant during this time. Step 5. Application contents assessment. After the publication period, an NOIP will assess the content of your application, which takes 12 to 14 months. The actual time may extend to 2 years due to an NOIP being overloaded with applications. During this assessment, an NOIP will review the conditions for granting trademark protection and evaluate whether the trademark can be registered. If the trademark meets all the conditions, an NOIP will issue a notice of intention to grant the trademark certificate. If the trademark does not meet the conditions, an NOIP will issue a notice rejecting the application, and the applicant will have the opportunity to respond or appeal. Step 6. Decision to issue or refuse to grant trademark certificate. There are 2 situations below. 1. Approval for issuing the certificate. The department will notify the applicant of the approval, and the applicant will need to pay the fee as instructed and wait for 1 to 2 months for the certificate to be sent. If the fee is not paid, the application will be considered abandoned, and the trademark will not be protected. 2. Refusal to issue the certificate. If the application is rejected, the applicant has 3 months to file a written objection or agree with the partial rejection of the trademark. If the department's decision is deemed reasonable, the process will stop. Otherwise, the applicant can contest the decision. Step 7. Receiving the decision to issue certificate or refuse decision. There are 2 situations below. Number 1. The department agrees to grant the certificate according to the objection of the applicant. The department will issue a decision to notify the grant of the certificate. The applicant will pay the fee according to the instructions and wait for 1 to 2 months. The department will send the certificate to the head office for the applicant. If the fee is not paid, the applicant will be deemed to have abandoned the registration, and when the notice period expires, the trademark will no longer be protected. Number 2. Refusing to grant certificate due to unreasonable opinions. The department will make a decision to refuse the grant of a trademark certificate and the applicant is no longer able to comment, but will have to go through the consultation procedure with an OIP. With this decision, the applicant has 12 months to settle the complaint. Term of trademark protection. Trademarks are protected for 10 years from the filing date priority date. Enterprises can renew their protection titles, and there is no limit on the number of renewals. Detailed instructions for steps to perform. What you can and can't register as a trademark. What you can register: a name like Nike, a logo like the swoosh logo, a slogan like "Just Do It." What is not related to a trademark? Creative works like books, movies, or songs requires a replacement license. Inventions like technical processes, machinery, manufactured products, or chemical formulas requires patent review. Rights for trademark registration. Individuals or organizations with Vietnamese nationality are entitled to register trademark. Individuals or organizations, companies, as usual with foreign nationality, are entitled to register trademarks, but they must go through the Industrial Property Representative Organization in Vietnam. LHD Law Firm is an example. General types of trademarks: generic mark, suggestive mark, certification mark, collective mark, famous mark. Among them, generic marks are considered the most popular. Requirement documents for industrial property IP registration applications. Logo, trademarks, and power of attorney as form of LHD Law Firm. New points in trademark handling of the Intellectual Property Department in 2021. Point number 1, classification applies according to NICE 11. An OIP requires to specify each code in detail. For example, before it was generally stated that buying and selling agricultural products acceptable, now it must specify what agricultural products are. Agricultural products are cashew nuts, coffee beans. Point number 2, processing time is much longer than reality. Previously about 18 months, now up to 26 to 28 months from the date of application. Reason: an OIP said the number of applications increased more than 10 times, but the specialists did not increase, so the application was delayed. Point number 3, the data number provided on the website is not enough. So it is mandatory when registering the application owners to conduct a search and evaluation before submitting the application to ensure the ability to successful registration in Vietnam. Should you use trademark registration service? If you do not know the registration process or how to search to achieve the objective, you should use the trademark registration service. LHD is a prestige consulting company representative of an OIP. In more than 12 years of operation, Hong Duc Law has successfully registered for more than 168,888 plus trademark applications in Vietnam, of which 20% are foreign customers and 80% of domestic customers have trusted our services. Why do you choose LHD Law Firm with trademark registration service? Number 1, LHD Law Firm is rated as the most prestigious trademark logo registration organization in Vietnam, which is highly appreciated by Legal 500. Number 2, Certificate No. 146 issued by NOIP. As a representative of an OIP, we will directly work with the department, submit applications, pay fees, receive notices and comments, and receive diplomas for foreign and Vietnamese organizations and individuals. Our 3 no's criterion: no need for the applicant to sign the application. There is no need for the applicant to monitor the application directly. The applicant does not need to work directly with the department, such as sending official letters or paying fees. Number 3, LHD Law Firm is considered a friendly and reasonable consultant. The main purpose is to support businesses and individuals doing business in Vietnam to protect their trademarks and logos. Question concern: LHD Law Firm is representative. 1. Documents for trademark registration. Profile components include trademark sample 05 samples, size not larger than 80-18 millimeters. A copy of the document certifying the legal business right business license or certificate of business registration, etc. Documents certifying the legal right to file, if any. Power of attorney through a representative. 2. How much does IT cost to register for a trademark? Service fee, please contact to get the best quotation.